Hi everyone, welcome to World of Clan Wars with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and either or any of these blokes. This is Crazy Clan. Even though the cable is down, Crazy Clan, one of the few clans doing tier 10 clan wars at the moment. Crazy Clan are up against TROW, the return of warriors. They're on the tier 10 map, they're on Overlord, and this is going to be an epic battle. This has been said to be from the Ace of Spades, but this game won't be all about the Ace of Spades. Very good of him to send me this replay. Of course, this features one of his mates carrying, or a couple of his mates carrying the shit out of this one. They're up against TROW. TROW clearly like their mouses. Crazy have bought 3 mouses, 5 T110E5s, a VK7201K, that's a Clan Wars reward tank, couple of Russian mediums, 3 E3s, and the new WZ113GFT, the new tier 10 Chinese tank destroyer. Akasha clearly done a bit of grinding when that one came out. We're looking from the Ace of Spades point of view at this point in the game. They're on Overlord, getting into a nice aggressive position on these ridgelines in the central eastern part of the map, looking at getting vision on these enemy tanks. Unfortunately, that shot goes a little bit wide towards the IS-7. We've spotted up a hell of a lot of the TROW players' tanks, 3 IS-7s, 7 mouses, a Panzer Kampfwagen 7, which is very similar to that VK7201K, and a Bat Chat. Just the one medium so far for TROW. Only 2 mediums in Crazy's game, as the Ace of Spades gets a nice shot into the mouse for 429 hit points. Pretty much almost all of the enemy team have been lit. Tank destroyers, one medium, and a hell of a lot of heavies on Overlord. Yudu clearly calling this one. He's pinging the map like an absolute champion, and that's what good callers do, as Ace of Spades looks at trying to use his gun depression on this ridgeline and put some pain into these mouses. That's a lot of hit points to get through. 3,000 hit points per mouse, and what was there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 of them. That's 21,000 hit points just on the mouses alone. 0-0 the score at the moment on Overlord. Boys from Crazy biding their time. He puts a shot towards one of the mouses, doesn't quite land it, and they lose the VK7201K early on. Unfortunately, down by 1 tank, but it's not over yet. They're riding these ridgelines quite well, the guys from Crazy. You can see the Ace of Spades. He's got Coca-Cola running instead of a fire extinguisher in his American heavy tank, and that's to help with his reload time, his aim time, his rate of fire, all that kind of jazz. Bit of good-natured ribbing between the players going on in the chat. There was, in the countdown, there was a request to team kill one of them if they get the chance, and we'll see if that one happens. 0-1 the score on Overland or Overlord. I keep calling it Overland. But anyway, 1-0 is the score. They're down by a tank, but it doesn't matter. It's not over yet. Plenty of mouses to get through. They just spot another enemy tank. I think that might be the final tank on the enemy side has been spotted, another tank destroyer. They've taken 3 E3s as well. Of course, that E3, pretty heavily armoured American TD with that pretty big, high caliber gun. Ace of Spades biding his time, keeping these tanks lit. They don't have artillery. I'm not sure if they're regretting not taking artillery or not, because all these heavy tanks are lit, and they're certainly able to be hit by artillery if they had have bought one. Ace of Spades looking for an opportunity to get a shot in without taking damage. It'd be pretty hard to do though, because those enemy tanks are all over this southeastern part of the map. Another tank goes down, one of the mouses, and it looks like these mouses are starting to crest as Ace of Spades put a nice shot into the side of one of them. They start pulling back though after taking some damage from the guys from Crazy. There's a tank over there, the IS-7, on very low hit points, 62 by the looks of it, and the E3 goes down to one of the Crazy E3s, clawing it back. 1-2, still down by a tank. Ace of Spades biding his time nicely, putting shots in, puts another shot into the side of one of the mouses, but when you got to get through 3,000 hit points, it can certainly be very, very challenging. There's one of the mouses which isn't anywhere near full health. He's cresting the ridge, and if he's going to crest, it looks like all of them are going to. Taking a bit of damage there, that low health mouse. Ace of Spades tracks the tier 10 German heavy tank. The Yudu picks up the kill on that mouse. An E5 kills IS-7. No idea how that shot didn't go through the side of the mouse. Crazy. Ace of Spades on 3 hit points now. Looks for a shot in that mouse, but goes down in the end. And that 6-6 is the scoreline. Look at the tanks. The tanks are sort of all over the joint. The object 907 out here to the west. Tank destroyers all the way up on this line. IND Ryudu pinging the map like a madman. They're down by 2 now, 6-8. He'll be thinking, what is going on here? The Object 907 sniping like an absolute champ, but he's probably going to have to come in here soon because he's about the only tank with any amount of hit points left as the E5 goes down. One of 2 enemy mouses go down. 1 to the mouse, 1 to the WZ113FT Akasha. 8-9 the score. Looking from the 907's point of view, he's coming in now. Now these mouses probably don't realise he's there. He might have side shots into some of these tanks. He puts one shot into a mouse. I'll be focusing on that one on 348 hit points. That looks like what they're doing. He's down to 31. They need to get rid of that low health tank to even it up. 9 apiece. And the 907 running rings around these heavy tanks now. Wants to do what he can to stay away from their gun and preserve those 2,000 hit points. He's going to cop a shot there. No, he bounces the mouse. That one's down to 163. Can he get rid of it? Yes, he can. 11-9 the score now. Ban 08 on the Object 907 having an absolute ripper. Still lucky enough to be on full health. And when a medium tank is on full health at the end of the game, they can certainly do a lot of damage. 12-11 the score now as 2 tanks go down in quick succession, the E5 and the E3. What's left in Crazy's arsenal? The Object 907 still lucky enough to be on full health. 1 mouse, 1 E3. And it was a WZ, but that WZ just went down. Now the 907 can afford to lose some health. He can't afford to take too many shots from this E3 though, but he will have the mobility to stay away from that gun if he plays this game correctly. Puts a shot into it, takes him down to 939. No, don't go in front of it. Stay to his side. Stay to his side. Troll him. Don't forget to keep shooting. That's the way. Takes him down to 633 hit points. Score is still 12 all. The E3 and the mouse clearly getting a little bit of attention from those enemy tanks. The E3 goes down. Enemy E3 down to 330. 243 now. Tracks himself, but fix it with a tap of the repair kit. And that leaves 2 tanks to go with the mouse and the Object 907. 907 just copped a big shot from the E3. Takes him down to 245 health. And he needs to be very, very careful as he keeps throwing shells towards those enemy tanks. Shiho Nizumi in the mouse picks up the kill on the Panzer Kampfwagen 7. And now it's going to be the mouse versus the E3. Looks like that E3 might be focusing towards the Object 907. Don't poke 907. Don't poke. Puts a shot into the E3. I can't see the direction that E3 is aiming at. Looks like he's aiming at the 907. Yes, he did. He picked up the kill on the Object 907, and now it's a 1 versus 1. Shihoho Nishizu. How the hell am I supposed to say that? He is pushing this E3, and look at the way he's angling his turret. This reminds me of something that happened in 1AR a while ago. I'm really sorry. Shiho Nishizu. I know the name, I've seen him around. He's certainly an active player and he clearly loves the mouse. He's got the hit point advantage on this E3. Probably doesn't have the speed advantage. So he's keeping his turret angled. He doesn't want to angle it too much further though, otherwise that E3 might be able to penetrate the side of the turret. And Mount Spee, who was in the VK7201K, just asked him in the chat, are you going to push him all the way to the beach? And I think what Shiho might be thinking is if he can push him up against a rock or something like that, he might be able to get to his side and put a couple of shots in. It's only going to take 2 shots for Shiho to pick up the kill on the E3, but by the same token, 2 shots from the E3 might be enough to kill him with that big high alpha gun. He just copped interesting amount of damage. Maybe the E3 reloaded high explosives. That looked like a better shot from the E3. Took him for 700 odd hit points of damage. Shiho down to 220 hit points. Pulls back and tracks the E3, and now he needs to get behind him, get away from that gun. Stays to the side. Wants to hope he doesn't fix his track and turn around too quickly, because it's going to take 2 shots. Now he's a 1 shot, that E3, and Shiho going for the kill. He's doing very, very good job there to stay alive. Down to 220 hit points, but in the end he picks up the final kill of the game, and that was a pretty good win by the guys from Crazy up against TROW on Overlord. Let's have a quick look at the results before we move into the next game. It's a win for the guys from Crazy Clan. Shiho in the mouse, 6,321 damage. Well done, Shiho. That was a carry and a half. 1637 base experience. That's not too bad at all for a Clan Wars battles. Freeze 3 kills. Ban08 in the 907 got second or third top damage. 4,709. Of course, the E3s did well with those big heavy hitting gun. Even made credits in that one in the mouse. Not too bad at all in that heavily armoured tier 10 German heavy tank on Overlord. Crazy versus TROW. As we move on to the second game in this double shot of tier 10 action. This is a random battle, and this is my old mate Agent Infinity in the T57 Heavy. Of course, the T57 Heavy, you often do see T57 Heavies in Clan Wars battle. It's a 4-shot auto-loading American heavy tank, and it can be played like a medium or it can be played like a heavy. It's not, look, if you're going to play it like a medium, you would say that it's quite a slow medium, but if you're playing it like a heavy, it'd be a pretty quick heavy. The armour on the thing can be interesting. You can see Agent Infinity's got a mark of excellence on his gun barrel. That turret, that can bounce shots all day long if you're lucky. They get the sides, like you can see now, then they're going to penetrate all day long. It does have a pretty tidy gun though, 120mm gun, 400 average damage, 258 penetration with standard rounds, 340 with heat rounds, which is premium. Agent Infinity going to an interesting spot on Abbey, that's for sure. He's going to look for some cheeky shots into somebody, whoever he can find. He does a little bit of a climb up here towards the central part of Abbey. He's looking for side shots into the IS-7. The first shot misses. He just saw a tree. See those trees falling down there? I reckon he's seen that as well, and he's hoping for more shells. I'd be blind for... Oh, no. Good idea not to blind fire. That's why Agent Infinity's a better player than I am. He does get spotted maybe by the Object 140. He is pretty close to them. Looks towards the IS-7. Still got 3 shells left in his clip. Just looking for some cheeky shots into these enemy tanks. Let's see on the mini-map the IS-7, the JP-E100, and the mouse going towards that eastern road. Number of heavies on the traditional heavy line, the 1-2 line, and some mediums and a mouse in the middle. Not sure how that mouse is going to go. Let's see how he goes. That mouse in the middle, White Wolf, looks like his name is. Let's see how he goes as we go back to Agent Infinity's point of view. He just missed it, but he missed a shot on that Object 140. Doesn't miss a second shot. Looks like he might be tracked. Puts another shell into him. Pulls back for the reload. 753 damage in that little clip. Only 2 of those shots went through. 445 assisted damage, possibly from spotting the Object 140 or the IS-7. Would have been the 140 because the IS-7's still on full health. They're down by a tank, 0-1 in this all tier 10 game on Abbey, but it is early days yet as he looks for cheeky side shots into that IS-7. Very interesting position here for a T57 Heavy. Almost as interesting as the mouse, who's copping a lot of damage there. I hope he's putting the damage out as well. Agent Infinity takes the opportunity to put a shot into the rear or the side of that IS-7, but he gets out of the way pretty quickly. There's a Leopard 1, no idea where that shell went, but the final shell in the clip went through. Brings his damage up to 1,500, but more concerning is the scoreboard. They're down by 3 tanks already, and now it looks like Agent Infinity is starting to get a little bit of attention. Somebody shooting towards him. I think it might have been the Leopard or the Object 430. 2 enemy tanks go down, and that brings the score back to 2-4. Now that mouse who went in the middle didn't last very long. He's gone. Interesting to see how he went in the battle result. Towards the 430. Don't know how that one landed, but it did. And that's his first kill of the game. And that also evened up the scoreboard 4-all. Also the Bat Chat picked up the kill on that STB. Looking at the mini-map, lots of action happening on the western flank. It looks like Agent Infinity's team are actually outnumbered on the western flank, which means if he pushes forward, and that looks like that's what he's doing a little bit of four-wheel driving around here, just looking around, making sure the coast is clear. He knows if he keeps going forward that that Leopard might have snipey shots at him all day long, but I reckon that Leopard might be preoccupied with the Batchat 25T. The other Leopard on the enemy team, there are 3 of them. The other one looks like he might be going back for the Batchat, and it looks like that might be what Agent Infinity is going to wait for, an opportunity to help that Batchat. Puts a shot into the side of the Leopard. Second shot goes wide. He wants to be able to get 2 more quick shots into this Leopard before he reloads. 7-6 the score now, puts another shell into the Leopard, cops a shot, but these tracks do the job. The other Leopard looks like he might be poking around looking for the Batchat, but he's only got Asian Infinity, only got 1 bullet left in his clip. He's up to 2,500. He's done 828 assisted, and he's also blocked a shot by the looks of things. They're up by 1 tank, but anything could happen in here. It looks like, depending on how you look at the western part of this map, either the enemy are surrounded or Agent Infinity's team are surrounded. Depending on how you look at this, T57 needs these blokes to back him up, otherwise he might get double hit from the Leopard, the E5, the E100 and the Batchat. Agent Infinity is reloading now, sticking with standard rounds because he knows he's got the skill to hit the weak spots on these enemy tanks. He knows what he's doing. He's no slouch at all. A number of enemy tanks on this eastern flank now. Just the mouse left apart from the Batchat and Agent Infinity, who looks at the Leopard 1, puts 1 shell into him. 2 shells confirm the kill. They're still up again. They were even and now they're up again. 9-8. Got 2 shells left. Will 2 shells be enough? If 2 shells won't be enough to get rid of this Leopard, but with a little bit of help from the Batchat, they might be able to get rid. He chooses to take a reload at this stage. Only got 5 standard rounds left. And he's probably thinking by the time he gets up there, the gun will be loaded. The gun's about halfway now, a bit over half, 3/4. Here comes Agent Infinity, and that's what I was talking about. The Batchat puts a shell into the Leopard. The Batchat doesn't want to lose too much health here. He's only on 606, and what's going on here? A bit of argy-bargy there as Agent Infinity comes around. He knows he can afford to take a hit, and he's probably more than willing to, if it means getting rid of the Leopard. First shot goes through. Leopard doesn't even fire. Agent Infinity got free damage there by taking out the Tier 10 German medium tank. 12-10 the score now. They need to get rid of this grill, and then they need to move on to the other side, because that Type 5 looks like he's in a world of trouble as Agent Infinity on 4 kills, 4,147 hit points of damage. He's got a mark of excellence on that gun barrel, and that's because he knows exactly what he's doing. Only 2 enemy tanks remaining, and they're both on the other side of the map, the T110 E5 and the E100. No idea what kind of health they're on, but that Type 5 Heavy will not be able to take care of both of them, simply because of his reload time. Of course, the Type 5 Heavy got the big, massive 152mm gun, it might be, the big derp cannon, but the reload on that derp gun will be much less than the E5, and that's who gets rid of him. 2 enemy tanks left, the T110 E5, the E100, 4 friendly tanks left, the Batchat, who looks like he might be quite content to sit on the cap circle and confirm the win, or maybe he's just waiting for his gun to reload. Agent Infinity, though, he won't be satisfied with a win by capping. He's going to go and help that M48 pattern by the looks of things. Wants to get some more kills, some more damage. Calls for the Batchat to follow him. It's going to take him over a minute to cap this one out. The Batchat saying, no, I want to cap this one. I'm only on 600. You're the one with the help. The IS-7 calling for people to cap. The mouse looks like he's coming to play. The good thing about the Batchat sitting on the cap, that's going to stop this E100 and E5 from running away from Agent Infinity, and that's probably... that's the good thing. First shot doesn't go through the E100. Second shot does. He bounces a shot from the E5, tracks him again, and with his final shot takes him down to 308 hit points. Pulls back for the reload. Didn't got too much damage there. Only really... he bounced a shot from the E5 and he took a shot from the E5. Now, by the time his gun's loaded, he'll be able to get rid of that final Tier 10 heavy tank. Batchat sitting on the cap is not moving. Good luck to him. He is on reasonably low health. But Agent Infinity said, don't worry, I've got this. Looks for the tracking shot on the first shot. Doesn't need it. Picks up the kill. That's 5 kills for Agent Infinity on Abby. And in the end, another Ace Tanker Mastery Badge from the old mate Agent Infinity. Duelist Fighter, fire for effect. Hold my beer. I've got this. 5,544 hit points of damage. Hats off to the other T57 Heavy as well, who did 6,379. If he hadn't have done that on the western flank, I think the result might have been a little bit different. That mouse, White Wolf, sorry mate, that was not the right thing to do, going in the middle with your mouse. But anyway, hopefully he's learnt that lesson. 1,278 base experience for Agent Infinity in the T57 auto-loading heavy tank, the American. 24 shots fired, 17 hit, 15 went through, 5,544, a little bit blocked, some detected damage. Cost him some credits with a standard account, cost him 8.5 because he did have to fire some heat rounds towards the end because he ran out of standard rounds. Not a bad result. Agent Infinity, you're guilty. T57 heavy tank. and of course Crazy versus TROW on Overlord. Thank you for the replays, lads. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and see you all next time.